some men do not place a lot of emphasis, emotional connection to every kind of like sex that they've had, especially if they had bad sex, especially if they treat women as like, you know, a cum receptacle. Then
on this week's Social Guru, we cover an old classic warhorse, the let's get out of here rule. This one's been passed on for centuries and helped even the Vikings get laid. I actually lost my virginity with this rule, by the way, I'm not gonna lie. So you're in the club, you finally use the 5-second rule because you're smart now, because you follow bro tip, and you start talking to this girl, it finally leads to hooking up, and you're bold enough to grab an ass cheek and then maybe even get some hand play downstairs. What is the next move? You need to get out of there, and you need to get out of there fast. Hopefully with the girl. So you have to use these 5 magic words. Let's get out of here. You might think, wait a minute, there's no way this is gonna work. Yes, it does. Let's get out of here. It's time to get out of there, and it's time to separate her from her herd, meaning her crowd of girlfriends that are going to do their best to cock block you because they're fat and lonely. If let's
Peace.
get out of here doesn't work, you exchange numbers, she leaves, you leave, you guys talk later, and you continue on your conquest for the rest of the night. If the let's get out of here does work, you have successfully left the club with a hot girl, hopefully, in the cab, and you're going to your place or her place. Now, once you're in a more intimate one-on-one situation, it's much easier to get things moving forward. If you hadn't played the finger fun already in the club, now is the time to utilize those magic fingers. Take her back to your house, show off that impressive vinyl collection that no one else gives a shit about, and go into town. Once you bring them back home, it doesn't matter how impressive your Spotify playlist is, or however many stamps you've collected in 21 years of virginity. The only thing that'll matter is your teacup pig. If you don't have that, it doesn't really matter what you have. You should move on to the sex as soon as possible. Pour a glass of Yellowtail because you have nothing better. Put some Marvin Gaye on and get your freak on for the first time in your life ever.
There's nothing wrong with Yellowtail, and she don't deserve anything else.
You're welcome. And that concludes our bro tip of the week. Leave your comments and ideas and opinions that I really truly care about in the section below. And
then yes, obviously, you're not gonna have a lot of good sex. You're just gonna think like it's like masturbating into a pussy. That's it. That's why you're saying that. He's like, oh, it's just like I took a piss.
Because there are a lot of women who are gonna watch this
and get triggered.
Zherka, has he ever addressed his old takes, or does he just pretend? Believe it or not, he taught me that if you just pretend that it never happened, then it works. Like, I've even done that now. I was like, I don't know why the fuck I was being Mr. Real on the internet. What a headache, right? So now anytime someone comes at me, I go, I don't know. I don't know anything about that. You know, like, he's the king at that, right?
They're gonna be like,